So, what is your definition for science communication? What does it mean to you?
Yes. So I think that sharing science and sharing the knowledge that scientists um, generate all the time is a crucial component of the modern interaction of science with the world and scientists with the world, right? So I think that science communication is a crucial, fundamental, um, you know, um, component of every research that is being carried out, right? Um, and science communication needs to be, effective, but at the same time, it needs to be inclusive, and that is something that
Right.
is very different of the current understanding of science communication, which is very different from how our ancestors conceived science and the sharing of scientific results. Right? We're talking about 50 years ago, 90 years ago. So there was traditionally this concept of science is only for the elites and science is only for the people that actually are able to go to have education, right? And that knowledge always remain in the high spheres of power, right? So that is also why so many libraries around the world have that motto on their entrance, which is knowledge is power, right?
Mm.
It literally having good information, specifically scientific good information, it is something that make people more or less powerful, and that is something that was traditionally located on the elites in the world. I think that giving that little historical perspective apart, I think that we are living in such interesting moments in the history of humankind, in the sense that this type of connectivity that we have right now in terms of internet and virtual spaces, and the amount and the level of integration that we have among different um, spheres in society, it is something that we haven't experienced you know at any point in time. We are living through historic times right now, and I think that science, and specifically science communication, is actually at the forefront of promoting and sharing information that for many different aspects, such as the development of vaccines, the fighting against different diseases and things like that, it is a matter of life and death. So
Mhm.
that is also why I conceive science communication as a crucial component of the scientific method, right? It needs to be there. Scientists need to be able to effectively and inclusively communicate their findings, because for all aspects of science, but more especially for specific aspects of science or specific topics, you know, you need to for people just to actually make good decisions based on what science is telling us, right? And science is has been able to, bring humankind to the moon, or to develop vaccines in a record, uh, time, in terms of fighting, a current pandemic. So we also need to actually promote and share those benefits to the whole humankind, to every sector and aspect of society. And human societies are so diverse that we need to make that extra effort to actually communicate science to historically underrepresented minorities, which historically have been you know uh, set aside from those elites of power. So I think that
Mhm.
science communication is actually the component of science, among many others, that need to be very, very inclusive and very effective in the way we communicate. So science communication, just to sum up my definition, it's something, it's an action led and supported by scientists and by funding agencies as well, which is very important, to actually translate into the world the changes that we want in the world, the changes that we want in our children to have. those ideas that we conceived in the lab, they need to be in the actual world. And that is science communication, according to me.